The Pentagon is about to begin checking testosterone levels in American service members over the age of 30. Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth says this is about building a stronger, healthier, more combat-ready military, fortifying that warrior ethos, as he puts it. Well, critics are hearing something very different. They wonder whether medicine is becoming ideology and ask, where is the science? Who benefits from testosterone therapy? Now, these are big questions and could have serious health consequences. I want you to take a listen to what Hegseth said about hormone use among soldiers.
This initiative, it's not about artificial enhancement. It's about restoring and optimizing your natural capabilities, protecting your longevity, and ensuring you have the biological foundation required to sustain the fight. As we know, the modern battlefield is brutal and unrelenting. It requires and demands maximum psychological and mental readiness. And by addressing these health markers early, we're keeping you on the leading edge of lethality and giving you the same level of support that you give this nation, the absolute best.
Well, joining me now is Michael Kimmel. He's the author of many books addressing men and masculinities, including Manhood in America and the Politics of Manhood. Michael, it's good to have you with us. Why do you think testosterone has suddenly become such a powerful symbol of military readiness and manhood in the U.S.?
The reason I think it's become such a flashpoint right now is because our Secretary of Defense has embarked on a really rather silly idea that testosterone somehow is going to increase battle readiness, ferocity on the battlefield, and in general promote the masculinization of the military. I just think that utterly misunderstands the research on testosterone, and I also think it misunderstands the nature of modern warfare.
Well, you know, there is a hierarchy of manhood and masculinity if we look at history, and soldiers and warriors have traditionally been at the top. In that sense, Pete Hegseth is exactly where he should be with this plan, or is he not?
He's not. He's not for very simple reasons. When I say it misunderstands the nature of warfare, modern warfare looks much more like an earlier Christopher Nolan film, Oppenheimer, where scientists sit at desks in cool air-conditioned bunkers where they have to be cool and rational. And testosterone and the idea of testosterone promoting ferocity, battle readiness is exactly wrong. They think it's the Odyssey. I think it's Oppenheimer.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I mean, that's a good way to put it. I know that Pete Hegseth's plan, some people are saying it's an example of how masculinity gets linked to institutional power and not just biology. Is that a fair assessment?
Yes, I think there are. So since I think first of all, it misunderstands the relationship of testosterone to masculinity. Testosterone, you might say that, or you might think, I think the typical idea is that testosterone causes violence, causes aggression, heightens aggression, and of course that would increase ferocity on the battlefield. That's actually not what the research on testosterone suggests in the slightest. If you take two men and put them in a competition, let's say a chess match, the one with higher testosterone is likelier to prevail. But if you put two men whose testosterone level is equal in a competition, again, let's say a chess match, the winner's testosterone level will go up and the loser's testosterone level will go down. Now, what does that say? It doesn't say that testosterone caused the aggression, but rather it says that the testosterone is a consequence of the competition. Therefore, it is both consequence and cause. It is a very responsive chemical. It responds to all kinds of stimuli. So therefore, the idea that testosterone will cause this, also, as I said, it has this kind of fantasy idea that the modern battlefield is filled with ferocious warriors wielding spears.
Well, what does this plan?
It's not the case.
What does this plan, Michael, do to the notion of gender equality, particularly in the U.S. military. I mean, the Pentagon has been noticeably silent about what this means for female soldiers.
That's right. And that, I think, is the underlying one of the underlying motivations of this rather misguided policy. The fewer women will be inspired to want to enter the military if these are the kinds of criteria that are being used. This is part of a policy where the Secretary of Defense has blocked the promotion of women to generals, have blocked the promotion of black men to positions of general. This is part of a larger process to cleanse, and I use that word in quotation marks, obviously, to cleanse the military of anything but white men. That's what they want our fighting force to be. And I just would like to point out the most integrated and most gender equal institution, perhaps, in the United States is our military. So it is a real effort to weed out women. Also, there's an effort to weed out black men from positions of leadership because they have this fantasy of what the modern military machine should look like.
Okay. Yeah, we have to say, though, that all men over the age of 30 will be checked every year according to this plan. We'll see if the plan is carried out. Michael Kimmel, good to have you on the show. We appreciate your insights tonight. Thank you.
Thank you.